Allah, he said, how can he have how he can have a son? How Allah can have a son? Okay, and you don't have a girlfriend. Uh-huh. And then the Muslim, they try to explain. They say to us, well, he is, like saying, like, if I'm thinking like you, like the you we human. No, he's God. He's God. He is saying, how can I have a son if you don't have a girlfriend? And do the Christians, if you're trying to refute the Christian, do the Christian believe that God have a girlfriend? Like, do the Christian believe that God, he married from Mary and they have a baby Jesus? Or the Christian believe that Mary was virgin? And even the Quran say Mary was virgin. How can he have a son? Read carefully. This is not my translation. How can he have a son when he has no consort? So it looked like it's a very normal for Muslims, including so-called Allah, to question his own ability. If Allah is God, he will not say such a thing, right? He will not say it because simply this is stupid. What do you mean if God have a son? If he have a girlfriend, he can have a son. Aren't you God? Why you need a girlfriend? Why the Muslims call Allah Almighty if he have no might? Because he need a girlfriend to go with him to bed, to open her legs, excuse my language, to do boom boom, and then he wait 9 months and then he will have a baby. But imagine, even in the Quran, Jesus was not the case. I did not start your video yet and I destroyed you. Correct? I challenge any Muslim to say I did not. Can God? It's not me who said the word can. This is your Quran. This is your so-called sheikh who do not know Arabic, who beat his wife, as we saw from the court paper, which is normal, by the way. Muslim, the Quran teach him to beat his wife. Chapter 4, verse number 34. They treat women like donkeys. Even donkeys, if you beat a donkey in USA, you go to jail.
And made himself lower than the angels 4 times.
So there's the question. I'm not saying that the Bible says Jesus is constantly lower than angels. I never said that. The question I asked is, can God ever be lower than angels?
I cannot believe it, how low ethical the Muslims are. Can God be lower than angel? Isn't it your God, when he wanted to create himself, he made the horses run and he made them sweat, and then he created himself from the sweat of the horses? Which means your God is lower than donkeys. And I know you will say to me, this is a fabricated hadith. We know that, yeah, we know. Anything is embarrassing is daif, isn't it? It is, for sure. Yeah. However, you need to ask yourself, when the Muslim, they wrote those stories about their God, how they come to such a conclusion, even if we assume that this is a story written by a crazy sheikh, is the Muslims crazy sheikh, like Sheikh Uthman, stupid one, huh? Stupid idiot. He said that. So we need to know how in the world this hadith came to existence. What made the Muslim believe that Allah is a creator from the sweat of donkeys? Because horses are from the family of donkeys, all from one family. All are from one family. How Allah even became in the mind of the Muslims such a thing? This is your Muslim website. And again, I know he will say it's da'if. We don't accept it. It's rejected, brother. But it was not for centuries and centuries. When Allah
God created the horse, made it run and sweat, then created himself from it.
here actually is not accurate, because he created himself from the sweat of the horses, not from it. But anyway, it's going to be, yeah, the same hadith, you know. This one is more clear.
When God wanted to create himself, he created horses, made them race and sweat, and from that sweat he created himself.
Well, if you Muslims accept that your God is created from the sweat of donkeys, which is nothing but urine, then don't question things, Abdul. Same time, my God, for sure, when he accept to come and to speak to us, he lower himself. If a king, he come to visit me, and I'm nobody, the king is lowering himself. As simple as that. Even though we are both are human, but he is the one in charge of the whole country. He can execute you. He can jail you. He can do whatever you want. So he humble himself and come to visit me. So can the King of Kings, Jesus, humble himself and come to visit me? Yes. And he do, and he did. So when the Bible speak about God lowering himself, is speaking about our God, not your God. Your God in the Quran, his name is Al-Mutakabbir. Al-Mutakabbir.